Welcome back to Parsnips and Parsimony. Today we're going to talk about our 2020 goals and resolutions. If you haven't checked out our 2019 goals, I'll go ahead and put them in the card above as well as in the description. You guys can watch that. So Art, how did those resolutions work out?
Well, we have 2019, and I had 12 of them, and I tried to reduce it down to a minimum, and 12 was the minimum. And the way I do resolutions is I try to make sure that there's something that's needed to make our family run better. This is what I had for last year. I had work with kids to make it a habit to do their morning and evening routines, and that one we had vast improvement. Have peaceful meals. Well, improvement, but still I would not call our meals peaceful. They tend to be kind of wild, but we're still working on that one. 3, make it a habit to be in bed by 11:30. Total failure on that. I mean, absolute and utter failure.
It's just not good.
Yes.
But in our defense, we did have a baby.
Right.
So,
Well,
total justification here.
I have one-on-one time with each person in the family each month. And that's because I don't want to, we have so many people in the family, I don't want to forget anybody, and I find out, I forgot about this kid for the month. So I do that at least once a month, and spend some time with each child, and with Janelle. And then Janelle tends to have more time with them because she's their mother. So anyway, number 5, memorize 40 Bible verses with the kids. I can't tell you the exact number, but it's probably around there. I kind of lost track, but we do continue. We plan on continuing to do Bible memorization this year, but I did not make it as one of my resolutions though. 6, continue the cleaning chart, and I would say that one is a smashing success. We have certainly continued the cleaning chart. Number 7. Keep the house, shop, barn, basement, vans, and yard neat and clean. I would say vast improvement, but, well, I mean, they could be better, of course.
I mean, the fact is we have 10 people in our family. There's 10 people constantly here doing things, and being productive usually makes messes.
Right.
So it's one of those fluctuating things, but generally looking on the whole, you know, we've continued to stay somewhat decluttered. Keeping up with that, all that probably leads to, we were pretty successful.
Number 8, finish kitchen cabinets, complete and utter failure. Well, thankfully there are only 2 I was a complete and utter failure on, and that's the kitchen cabinets and getting in bed on time. 9, complete at least 85% of the items on my daily to-do list for the year. Just a second, you can talk, I will get my to-do list.
So we started out the year really good. I think January was really good.
If I can find it. I'll be right back. Keep going.
Then when we had Daniel, it was really tough because you guys who watched the vlog noticed that Daniel was a harder baby than some of my other babies. So making sure that every check that Art got on his list done every day was really, really rough, particularly those first couple months of having Daniel. So never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that Art would ever come down to the last day, whether he would hit 85% or not. So Art, did we do it?
So here is my to-do list for yesterday, for New Year's Eve, and you can take a look at that. And I had to get 10 out of 14 checks to get 85%. Well, it turned out I did. I got, for the year, 2,339 out of 2,748. Grand total, 85.116%.
Wow.
I did it.
Yes, you did. But who would have thought it would have come down to the last day? Should we tell them what happened yesterday?
Yes.
So we always make our list the night before.
Right now, we are making resolution vlog, and it was on the list for yesterday. It did not get done.
So, Daniel, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I didn't have a chance to post this much on Facebook. If you follow us on Instagram, you know that yesterday Daniel had to go to urgent care. He was just diagnosed with a mild form of pneumonia, but that required a trip to urgent care. It's required a lot of medication, administrations, a lot of, taking up my time. And this list had several things that needed me, and we were at urgent care for about 3 hours. And when we got home from urgent care, my first thought was, we are never going to get the list done. It's not going to happen, and I can't let Art fail this 85%.
So we did it.
We did it. So
And on the last day. Okay, next one. Number 10. Raise prices at my shop. They sell 20 instruments. That might not sound like a lot for a music store to sell 20 instruments, but people do not buy instruments anymore. But I did. I sold 21 for the year.
Yay.
Actually, it may have been 22. I think I forgot to mark one down. Anyway, 21 or 22. So, success.
And the last
one was for my shop. Also published 100 videos on my the Brass and Woodwind Shop channel. And I did. Yesterday, around 9 or 10 o'clock, I published my 100th video. So actually 3 of my New Year's resolutions were finished yesterday after 8 o'clock.
That's unbelievable.
Anyway.
And if you want to check out some of Art's videos, the link for his channel is down in the description below. You can check that out for yourself. So, Art, what are we looking at for 2020?
2020. Keep my room neat and clean.
Our little story there. Our room, and I've talked to a lot of you guys about this, is like the central dumping place now. So when the kids go around the house and SANMAN and are tidying up.
And what is SANMAN?
See a need, need a need.
If they missed the video, it's
Hashtag SANMAN, SANMAN.
see a need, meet a need.
That's right. When they see a need and meet a need, sometimes that means, well, they don't know where it goes, so, well, they're going to clean it up and dump it in Moa's room. And that just means, more stuff in my room. So our goal this year is to really emphasize on keeping this as neat and tidy as reasonably possible. And that means, again, making sure everything has a place. The kids know where those places are. And they're not just, I'm cleaned up. Here, it's all in your room now, Mom. You have to deal with it. So that's the reasoning on that goal there.
2. Finish island cabinet in the kitchen. Remember last year, major fail at finishing kitchen cabinets. Well, I've narrowed it down. We're building an island in the kitchen. And if I can get that done, I'll be happy.
I think we actually have a video that will be coming out in the next week or two that will be talking about our plans for the kitchen and some of the changes we're going to be making. So, look for that video in the near future because we'll talk more about that.
Number 3, schedule instrument repairs and videos. For my shop channel, I'm going to schedule my videos. Actually get a calendar and write down, which for me is like unheard of. Write down what I'm going to do and when. So I'm going to try scheduling because I have a scatterbrained mind and I need to help. So Janelle will help me with the calendar. And
part of the reason for doing resolutions every year is really to focus on those areas in our life where we feel like we are weak examples and we really want to improve in those areas. That's the basis of these goals, and being more scheduled is something that would better bless our family and be more predictable for Art's YouTube channel.
Keep up on inventory at my shop. Again, my scatterbrain, messy mind does not usually keep things in order. So the plan is to keep at least my inventory in order this year and keep up on what comes in and what goes out.
And in the past year, we actually repainted the entire shop. If you haven't checked out those videos, those are all in this past year. We repainted his shop, we built some workbenches, and we had some new business goals for his shop. This goes hand in hand with that changeover that we've been making with his shop.
Number 5, same as last year, have one-on-one time with everyone in the family once a month. I asked Janelle if she thought that went well, and she said yes, so we're going to keep doing that. And what we do on one-on-one time is I just ask the kids, is there anything you want to do? And then it's a time when I can talk with them and see what's going on in their minds and all that stuff. And so we're going to keep doing that. 6, go on a date with Janelle at least once every other month. And I'm hoping for every month, but this is on top of the one-on-one time with her. So we'll see. We'll try for every month, but at least every other month. 7, be consistent in working with the children to obey cheerfully. A lot of times they have problems obeying cheerfully. They'll obey eventually, but not cheerfully. So we're going to work with them on obeying cheerfully. Number 8, make it a habit to be in bed by 11:30 and lights out by 12:30.
That sounds strangely familiar.
It does. Well, I added the lights out by 12:30 one. Because I need to get into bed, which is hard to do because by the time the kids are to sleep, it's late, and then I have like no time to do anything after they're sleeping. So I'm going to try to, we'll try again. We'll see what happens. And that we'll see what happens. A resolution means I'm resolved to do it. Now, I may fail, but I am resolved to do it. So we'll see what happens though. Sometimes it can be hard to keep up on resolutions. A lot of times you forget. So what I do on my to-do list that I make almost every day is usually the first of the month I'll write go over resolutions. And so at least 12 times in a year, I will look at the resolutions to make sure that I'm keeping up on them. And then I'll try to write things down on the list to help me in that direction. So if you have a hard time keeping up on resolutions, that's one thing that at least has helped me. Number 9, morning routine. Now routines are hard for me and scheduling is hard, but I have a list of things here that I would like to do in the morning, and all with times in them. They need to be done by a certain time. And I'm going to try to make it a habit to do that.
We sort of have a routine that has fallen into place over the years, but it's a loose routine. So we know what works best, but when we go to bed too late, or, well, with Daniel in this past case, the past 8 months with Daniel, you know, it was challenging to have something that was predictable. We knew what needed to be done, but we didn't have the predictability, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yes, it didn't always happen.
Right, it didn't happen like it should, but we know what needs to be done. So this year what we really want to do is work on disciplining ourselves to be more consistent with going to bed at a decent hour and then getting up at a decent hour. So there's things that he wants to accomplish in the morning. There's things that I want to accomplish in the morning before the kid's up. Just self-improvement things so this family can run better. Because you guys who are watching this know that if you get up at the same time that the kids get up, you're already behind the 8 ball. And what we need to do is get up, you know, just a little bit. We're not talking insane here. A little bit earlier than the kids so we can get ourselves prepped and ready for the day, and then we can be good examples, leaders, and guiding our children in those same disciplines, routines. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with the book Make Your Bed. I don't remember who the author is. It was going around. You remember that book?
Yes.
And
yeah, it was written by a Navy SEAL.
That is something that is such a simple thing to do every single day, but it's an important thing to give you that sense of accomplishment. If nothing else has happened, at least you made your bed. And we have, years ago, remember we made that resolution, 1 year, every day we made our bed. And since it's become a habit, and very rarely is there a day that we don't make our bed. Either he makes it or I make it, just depends on who's around and making it. We want to make sure our children have that now, because we know that when they get older, that's going to be a skill that's going to help them throughout their entire life. So it's a little bit of a stretch, the morning routine. That's going to stretch both of us. I'm more of a morning person, he's more of a night person. So this is going to be, well, it's going to be a challenge no matter how you cut it, but we think it's going to be one that's totally worth putting on the resolution list. So that's a look at our 2019 resolutions and now our upcoming 2020 resolutions. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe. You can watch us go along on our journey here of seeing how we make out this year. If you'd like to leave a list of your resolutions for maybe some light accountability, you can go ahead and jump over to our community tab and you'll find a comment there with this video. Go ahead and comment there and let us know what your resolutions are for 2020. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you for our next video. Bye.
Bye.